What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we're going to be doing a video on the actual cost of Service B, what they're going to actually do to the car, and how much it's going to cost for the CLA 45 AMG. But this also applies to basically any other new AMG if you need to get Service B done. So let's dive right into the video. So keep in mind, this does vary by dealership, but most dealerships are going to honor whatever price you're going to get from another dealership. But some dealers might charge a little bit more depending if they're a little bit more slimy dealership. In general, I think you're going to get the same price across many dealerships, but it could vary based on dealership and market. I think the one thing that we could go over with Service B first is what exactly Service B consists of. So Service B is after 20,000 miles with your AMG. So I have about 22,000 miles with this car, so I got my service done at 20,000 miles. I got Service A done at 10,000 miles, so you kind of get the pattern of the services for Mercedes. Now, one thing to note with Service A, Service B is that it repeats eventually. So after so many miles, it's just going to go back to Service A2, Service B2, and basically repeat the process over and over again. But the more miles that the car has, the more things that needs to be done and the more expensive it gets. Service B for this car is actually really expensive, much more expensive than I thought it was going to be, which is kind of unfortunate because, well, you don't really want to pay too much money for a service. But the thing with Service B, what it actually consists of is, one, you get an oil change. So it's going to change the oil filter, and basically do all the servicing regarding that. And then what they're going to do is replenish the fluid. So if you need more windshield washer fluid, they're going to replenish that. But those costs associated with those items in terms of parts are not that expensive. What comes expensive is labor. So I'm going to go over exactly the costs of each individual item in terms of parts, and we're going to go over the costs and labor. So in total, parts came out to $207, and that's because you're using Mercedes genuine parts, which is all right. You really do want to use genuine parts. Those are obviously going to come in a lot more expensive than aftermarket. So let's go over each item, exactly how much they cost. For the oil filter element, that's 28 bucks. The actual seal ring for the filter is about $3. And then the engine oil, which is the most expensive part, is $50 for the engine oil, which you could probably get at an AutoZone for way cheaper. And then you have the windshield washer fluid, which is $6. And then you also have the upgraded wiper blades. So the one thing that Service B does is they do change the wiper blades, which is really nice, especially when it comes to winter. After 1 year of ownership with this car and one winter, these windshield blades, before that they were replaced with Service B, were actually trashed, and they were streaking the windshield completely and just doing a terrible job. So if you do need new windshield wipers and you're thinking about getting Service B, I would get it done before winter, just so you have brand new windshield wiper blades. I'm not sure if you could opt out for it if you already have new windshield wipers. You'd have to check with your Mercedes dealership on that part. So as I was saying, the windshield wiper blades are $60. So I lied, the engine oil is not the most expensive part. It's the wiper blades at $60. And then the fine particle filter is also $60. So you do get that replaced as well. So that comes at a total of $207 in parts, which you might be thinking, that's not too bad for a service. But we haven't dived into the actual labor part. So with labor is $350. So in total, for Service B, you have the parts at $207, you have the labor at $350, and then you have other at $5. Not sure what the other is, but maybe they just felt like charging me $5. The total came to $562 for Service B, which is really expensive because it's just an over-glorified oil change. So if you do have a CLA 45 AMG 2020, or if you have a different Mercedes 2020 that you need to get Service B done, you might be able to get Service B done at maybe a local AMG shop or a shop that does service AMGs and use genuine parts, which you could probably get for half the cost. I might be doing that for the next service if I have this car, because $562 for an oil change is outrageous. It is way too expensive. And you can learn from my mistakes. Do not get Service B done at a dealership because it is way too expensive. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the true cost of Service B for this car. Like I said earlier in the video, it might vary based on dealership in terms of what it's going to cost. So your best bet is to shop around, call a bunch of dealerships that are in your area, and see what they can get you for Service B, because, well, don't pay $562. That is a total ripoff, and I will definitely be looking at a different dealership to get services done if I keep this car longer. But that's about it. That's the true cost of Service B and each line item that comes with that service. So guys, that wraps it up for today's video. That's the true cost of Service B, and as you can see, it is outrageously expensive to run this car because I don't think Service A was that expensive. I think it was that $300 range. So for Service B to be at $570, $560, that is way too expensive. But I want to let you guys know what the true cost of ownership was. I will be diving deep into another video of exact ownership costs like tires, brakes, services again, basically go over every single cent that's going to cost to own this car, so you guys get an idea if you were looking to buy it. But that's about it for today's video. Thanks again for watching. There will not be a video for next week because next week is Christmas week, but after that there will be more videos, so look forward to it, and hopefully my new car comes very, very soon. But if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.